Camera wants me to be left-handed. Otherwise, my thumb's over the lens, so it can't take any video. It's getting dark. It's roughly about 9 o'clock p.m. on the, Friday night, the 19th of May, 2017. And I'm in the middle of walking back towards home. Tonight at midnight, roughly 1 o'clock in the morning, is going to be 10 months that Mary passed away. And I've seen some suspicious kids leaving the back of our building about an hour ago, and somehow or another, it's warm enough. I just ended up coming out for a walk just to see if they were hanging around the neighborhood, or maybe they're just walking through, because there is a path from the upper part of the behind Pop Kenny, I guess it comes through and goes behind our building. But these guys were just a little bit closer to the building than just walking on that path. So anyway, it's always suspicious when you see somebody walking in the back of our building, because they're not supposed to be back there. There's no doors or anything. So if anything, it's up to no good if you're in the back of our building 9 out of 10 times. If your kid's playing in the back of the building and they get hurt, nobody's going to know they're back there. Anyway, 10 months ago tonight, I picked up Mary after her little walk. I'll turn the camera around here, wait for traffic. This is, now I'm at the south end of, what is that? I think that's 183rd that I've just walked off of, and now I'm on 96th. But behind me is where 100 townhomes are supposed to go in. They were going to put it on the north end here, where we'll walk up to. They haven't sold that property yet. So it'd be nice to be somebody like established enough to be able to just buy the property and turn it into a playfield or a parking lot, so that it kind of saves the neighborhood a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. I can show you. Oh, the only other news, I got to show you this little, I think it's a 69 T-Bird or 70. No, not a 70. It's a 68 or 69 T-Bird coupe that's been sitting here. We're going to be in our building 6 years this July, and this T-Bird behind me here has been here for all that entire time. Nobody's been around it that I know of. It's getting dark. Hopefully you're not seeing darkness here. We got traffic coming. But move back onto my, I don't even know what I was saying on my original story. We've got 100 townhomes they've started construction on. I'm sure they'll probably be complete by the people the plumbers left their garbage out. Probably cleaning their truck up. And see if I can get that in the picture. Box of plumbing parts. I don't want it. I'm trying to clean the house out, not bring more stuff in. Anyway, behind me you can see the library lights in the background. But I don't know. 10 months ago, from the apartment to let's see if you can see McMenamins way back there. Those lights in the distance are McMenamins here in Bothell. That's where pretty close to Six Oaks and the new apartment construction over there is where Mary is. About as far as she made it that night before she got tired and started hurting real bad. Called me to pick her up. Met a couple of new people that helped her, but they didn't seem too interested in keeping contact with me. I don't know. A lot of people don't like to keep contact with me, probably because I either I talk too much, my breath is that bad, or I just don't think like everybody else. Misfit. I go and get cancer, and you think people would help more than they do. I mean, I've got plenty of help and things like that, and people were all friendly and helping in the beginning. But now that I'm up and around and starting to work, it's like I'm just like anybody else now. So anybody says anything to me, oh, I thought you had cancer. Well, I do. I did. I'm in remission. But if you can ask me, it's going to come back. The colorectal thing, anything over stage 2, for the most part, if you're not taking care of yourself, which we don't even have the income to come close to taking care of myself the way I'd like to. You know, everybody says, oh, well, you can still get this or that. And I said, well, as far as the vegetables, I could go buy vegetables every day, you know, or every other day, buy enough to get through a couple of days. But in the long run, I don't have that kind of money. I took on my part-time job, but no sooner than I reported the income that I'm making from my part-time job, which I hasn't really came true yet, the amount anyway, it's already, they took our food stamps. They just kind of whacked it right off. It's down to $16. So if I budget it right, I might be able to get what? 4 gallons of milk or something, even if, I don't know, $16 enough to buy enough tomatoes to get through a 30-day month, 35-day. It's a 35-day month now. Did you know that? I just made it up. But this property here across from us, the sign said last May, when they started taking out the parking lot that was here and the empty lot, they said it would be 30 days, and they'd had, was roughly July 1st, I think, is when they said they'd have their project all done. Well, here it is a year later, May, and they just got the concrete poured. They haven't even got the lamps up, and they're making the bend around 185th right now. And I don't even know if that's going to be a through street. It's probably just parking access when they get to it. See if I can keep my fancy fingers out of the picture here. This is a long video for me. It's a nice night. Hopefully we'll have more of these videos, but I got sidetracked with that T-bird down there. I don't know. But you can see Pop Kenny Field and vacant lot. The red light in the distance is, what is that? That's Bothell Everett, 527 and 183rd or 84th, something like that. That's the new building over there that they're putting in. So I got neighbors driving in the driveway behind me. So, they weren't yelling at me. Anyway, just a nice night to be out. My feet still, as far as the side effects and talking about my cancer and everything, I still got numb feet. I could trip on anything at any time. Kind of constantly feel like I've got the flu or something going on, but I get up, I keep going, and I go do what I got to do. And we're having bourbon problems. The car runs really good once it's warmed up and I'm driving around and everything, but if you shut it off for an hour now, other than mornings when it's really rough to start, I got that little rattle in the bottom end starting to come apart, I think. And some of the automotive people know what I'm talking about on bottom end. But they got all the lights and everything squared away on it. Figured out the headlights. But in the meantime, I'll probably preview this video and see if I even post it. But if I posted it, then somewhere along the line I've lost my train of thought, and I can't think of what I was going to say or whatever, because I started talking about that T-bird. But that's pretty much tomorrow morning's. Mary's been gone for 10 months, and we're surviving, and I'll be all right. But I think I was going down that road that once you start acting like a regular person again and doing things that you used to do, people don't keep in touch with you so much anymore. So anyway, and guys, some of you subscribe if you like some of my little messages, but eventually, as I do this more often, they'll get more organized, and I'll actually look at the camera and myself in the video more often, like I'm looking at you instead of looking at everything around me or up in space, looking at the clouds and planes going by. And that's all new for me, and I gotta get. I don't think I need to buy a GoPro. I'll just use this. I just need to find the editing tools. Um, Probably should have somebody show me how to do that. But anyway, there's bourbon in the dark. Bourbon in the dark. Got to find another motor for it. The engine I want to put in it's about $6,000. The engine I can get one for about $1,000 and spend a weekend and probably another couple $100 just in gaskets putting it together. But anyway, I'm back home now. I just did the walk that Mary did on her last night, and between donations to the cemetery and everything, paying for her funeral, if I come up with enough money, I'll get a plaque made, and somewhere along the line, I'll have Bothell stick it in the ground or put it somewhere over there as a memorial to where her last walk ended. So, and I want to get the foundation started. So, and there's more and more people coming forward with ways of doing that. So hopefully here this time next year, hopefully I'm telling you about an event or something that we'll be having to Mary's Foundation to generate some money and help others. So until the next video, who knows when that'll be. Good night. Thanks. Subscribe. Get yourself and push that subscribe button. Thank you.